590 AM, 101.1 FM, W266DB, WMBS, Uniontown. It's time for another C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night coverage of high school basketball here on WMBS, Facebook Live, and on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, being brought to you by WVU Medicine, Uniontown Hospital, the Sprouse Insurance Group, the Radcliffe Law Firm, the Roosters Roost, Armstrong, Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation, Autoland Hyundai, Cherokee Recycling, Caldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Freaky Fast, Freaky Good, Jimmy John's in Uniontown, Attorney Melinda Delarose, George Dental Associates, NovaCare Rehabilitation, Russ Blejo, your local Allstate insurance agent, Ted Sova and Son Auto and Fender Repair, Shop and Save, Walnut Hill in Uniontown, Fort of Uniontown, Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shemshock, the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 at Hopwood, the Somerset Trust Company, Fayette County Recorder of Deeds-elect John Marietta, the Assembly Suite Boutique, Perkins Painting, Potter Sports Bar and Grill in Uniontown, M&R Transit, Mamaruka's Pizza Shop in Uniontown, the Centers for Rehab Services and Physical Therapist Jim Burns, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, the C. Harper Auto Group, Casey Sports Cafe, Rose Motors in Masontown, First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, Peachins Pharmacy in Connellsville, SWGI in Uniontown, Thurby's Riverside Ford, State Farm Agent Lauren Yeoman, Lease Plumbing and Excavating, and Joby's Golf. Now stay tuned for the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame here on WMBS Facebook Live and on the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Tonight from Thomas Jefferson High School, the Uniontown Red Raiders tip off their high school basketball season on the road, taking on the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. Brian Morozak along with you. Steve Superk's going to join me for all the exciting play-by-play action tonight. Thomas Jefferson 0-2 overall. They played a pair of games this past weekend. They were 18-5 last year, 5-3 in Section 2. 5A play. Dom DeSico in his 17th year as the head coach of the Jaguars. Uniontown again tipping off their high school basketball season tonight. They were 6-10 last year. 6-6 in Section 3 and 4A. Hard to believe Rob Kesmarski already in his 20th year as the head coach of the Uniontown Red Raiders. Again, Steve Superk's going to join me for all of the play-by-play. Billy Dice behind the camera. Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Our live video stream courtesy of Jimmy John's, Walnut Hill Plaza, and Ford of Uniontown. And our pregame show brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They will get you ready for the game. They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Thomas Jefferson trying to bounce back after back-to-back losses against Elizabeth Ford and Bell Vernon this weekend in the Maud Valley Invitational. We mentioned Uniontown opening up their season tonight after posting a 6-10 record last year that saw the Red Raiders lose the WPIL home playoff game to Beaver. Thomas Jefferson also lost in the first round of the 5A playoffs last year, but their biggest loss might have been their group of seniors that they lost to graduation, including Ethan Dunsey, Aiden Kelly, Preston Zandier, Ian Hansen, A.J. Freewald, and Jake Pugh. But one player that is back is Evan Berger, who scored 41 points against Elizabeth Ford on Friday. He's averaging 27.5 points a game through 2 games for the Jags. The Red Raiders didn't suffer such extreme losses to graduation, but they did lose Damar Lewis, who averaged a double-double a season ago, 11.9 points and 12.1 rebounds a game. Thomas Jefferson was one of the few teams that actually got in 22 regular season games and during a COVID-shortened calendar year last year. And for Uniontown this week, they're playing their first of 4 games over a 6-day stretch. TJ, we mentioned, might be a rebuilding year for them. They've done a nice rebuild before after they went 5-17 during the 2017-2018 season. They upped that a year later to 11-11. Then 2 years later to 16-9 that saw the team reach the WPIL semis and state playoffs. Again, 18-5 last year, but in a little bit of a rebuild here for the 2021-2022 season. Uniontown looking for their 5th straight postseason appearance. Should be a lot of fun tonight, and we'll talk to Uniontown head coach Rob Kesmarski and Dom DeSico, the head coach of the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars, when our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis.
We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation. There are no fees until you receive money on your case.
If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Phone 724-437-2799.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
I'm Ashley Thurby, and Thurby's Riverside Ford is pleased to announce that we have been awarded Ford Motor Company's highest honors, the One Ford Elite Award and the Ford President's Award. One Ford Elite rewards the best of the best and is the #1 dealer in customer satisfaction from all the Ford President's Award recipients. In order to achieve this award, dealers must exceed customer expectations every day and achieve the highest levels of performance. The pursuit of excellence requires passion, tenacity, and hard work in both sales and service in the automotive industry. The Thurby family and our employees have earned the President's Award 18 times and would like to thank our customers for scoring us the highest in the Pittsburgh region for customer satisfaction. Remember, victory is achieved each time a customer translates into a lifelong relationship, and that's a celebration of excellence. Please stop by and visit us at Thurby's Riverside Ford and experience the difference.
The Catholic War Veterans, Post 1669 at Hopwood, are proud supporters of local high school sports. For more information on the programs that the Catholic War Veterans provide, log on to the Catholic War Veterans website at www.cwv.org. You can also visit the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 on Facebook or phone 724-437-3088. That's 724-437-3088 for the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood.
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 till 5, and Saturdays, 8 till 12 noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus or Rags a call today at 724-439-3228 for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense.
Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Freaky fast, freaky good. Order online at jimmyjohns.com or call 724-437-6800 for delivery or curbside pickup. Jimmy John's, next to Walnut Hill. Shop and save.
Where can you go these days and have your gas pumped for you? Oil checks and windshield clean. Joe B's Golf. That's where. Joe B's Golf is conveniently located at the corner of Fayette and Beeson Boulevard. Joe B's Golf is a fast, friendly, full-service gas station serving the Uniontown area in the same location for over 47 years. Joe B's Golf offers lockout services, general repairs, tire repair, fenced-in storage lots, state inspection, golf products, and AAA 24-hour car and light truck towing service. Call 724-438-0681.
Boys high school basketball action on WMBS tonight. The Uniontown Red Raiders of Thomas Jefferson taking on the Jaguars, being joined by Uniontown head coach Rob Kizmarski. And Rob, last year your Red Raiders very young, but you have some experience back this year, and I know you also have 2 freshmen on your roster this year that you're pretty high on.
Yes, we have a lot of players. We have a few players back that played a lot. And we have 2 freshmen that are going to be a big part of our team. And then, like what people really, like I said in the paper, people don't talk about. I think we really have a really good, strong sophomore class. We have some sophomores with some size that are going to get a chance to be really good players for us. So we have a pretty good, deep team. We're going to try to see what we can. We're going to take the first couple games to develop our rotation, and we're excited to play. These kids have done everything from summer league to being very successful in the fall league. Now it's time to put the uniforms on and play.
And certainly a busy week to get the high school basketball season started. You'll get things underway tonight against Thomas Jefferson, travel to Albert Gallatin tomorrow, and then you'll have a home game Friday against Yonkers before traveling to Connellsville on Saturday.
Yeah, when you have so many inexperienced players, the more games you play early, the better you're going to be. And we're nice because we'll have like really our tip-off tournaments tonight, tomorrow. Then we'll get 2 good days of practice in, and then we'll play an important section game Friday against York, who's as good as anybody in the section. So, I mean, you have Bell Vernon that's probably a little bit ahead of everybody right now, and then you have Elizabeth Forward, really good team we got to watch, and Bell Vernon. We feel that we're right in there with some of those top teams. So, York's really a good test for us, so we have to use these 2 games to get ready for the important section game Friday.
Talk about the development and the skill set of both Calvin Winfrey and Notorious Grooms and how those two have been able to get on your varsity roster as freshmen and what you expect them to contribute to your Red Raider program this season.
Well, the one thing, too, they've really worked hard from AAU to working out to prepare for this, to getting themselves to there. They've done everything you're supposed to get to this level. So I know they're excited to play, and it's going to be a big night for both of them.
Are you planning on starting both freshmen?
Right now, yes, they'll be starting tonight. And like I said, too, we have a really deep team. On any given night, we probably have about 7 or 8 kids capable of starting. And I know a lot of kids say that, but really between matchups and stuff, but they're going to be handling the basketball for us. That's very important for that. But in other positions, we have a little bit more depth at other positions.
You've Thomas Jefferson tonight. They were very competitive this weekend, lost 2 close games, fell by 1 to Elizabeth Forward on Friday, and then also had a battle with Bell Vernon on Saturday. In fact, they were within 6 of the Leopards in the second half before Bell Vernon was able to pull away late in that game.
Yes, the first game, Berger scored. He scored 43 of the 54 points. They played a lot of players in the first game. The second night when we watched them against Bell Vernon, they tried to play more of a half-court game into a zone to force Bell Vernon to take away their inside presence because they have such a good inside presence. But they have some young players, too. Number 23, Prosser, actually works out with my nephew, Christian, in Pittsburgh, so he's a really good shooter. Just typical TJ team. I mean, we've had a great rivalry over the years with them, very respected. Dom and their coaching staff do a great job. They play a lot of kids. They play really hard. And besides him, they have a lot of kids. They didn't shoot the ball as well Friday night, but they go after it. And I think it's a good matchup for us. And like I said, we're trying to find our identity, what we do well. And we're probably going to have 4 or 5 kids that never played one varsity game. So this is going to be exciting for them to get in there. And our returning players, we're counting on there to show our leadership. Besides Bakari, Tanner, and Christian, and Evan, they have a lot of experience last year. Then you throw our sophomores in with Kadrian McLee, Jeremiah Hager. I know it's going to be 2. So we really have 4 players that are really young. But whenever you're a freshman and sophomore, you get to get minutes at the varsity level. That you've done something well to get to this point.
That should be a lot of fun, Rob. Looking forward to the season. Best of luck tonight. We'll see you out at TJ.
Thank you. Thank you, Brian.
That's Uniontown head coach Rob Kismarski. Stay tuned. Our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues. We'll talk to Thomas Jefferson, head coach Tom DeSico here on WMBS, the Triple High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
For attorney Melinda Delarose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in downtown Uniontown, attorney Delarose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call attorney Melinda Delarose at 724-437-3200, 724-437-3200, or online at delaroselaw.com.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. Currently in their 58th year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They will gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they will work with your insurance company. with a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process. Ted Silva and Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it is the goal of Ted Silva and Son to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way possible. Family owned and operated for 58 years. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair, LLC. Proud to support local high school sports.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Find more snuggle time this winter and be prepared for the cold with the help of First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County. With a home improvement loan, a home equity loan, or a home equity line of credit, you can finally upgrade that old furnace, take care of that leaking roof, or replace those outdated floors. Keep the cold out and the warm and cozy in your home this winter. Visit a loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreen.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 458729.
Lease Plumbing and Excavating, helping area residents with residential and commercial plumbing, gas, electric, and water lines, along with paving, concrete, and excavation site work for over 30 years. Building a new home, Lease does utility installation of water, gas, and sewage lines. Lease does maintenance work on all existing homes, too. Call 724-245-2950. That's 724-245-2950 for your quote. Lee's wishes all the area basketball teams good luck this season from Lee's Plumbing and Excavating. Best wishes to our local teams and listeners for a blessed holiday from Doctors Ruth Hart, Calabrese, Stokes, and Hoppy, and the staff of Southwestern Gastrointestinal and Endoscopy Center. Doctors Ruth Hart, Calabrese, Stokes, and Hoppy are board-certified gastroenterologists who are committed to helping you with any digestive problems you may have. Remember, 30 minutes can save your life. Call 724-437-7677 or visit them at swgispecialist.com.
Brian Morozak back on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Boys High School basketball action on WMBS tonight. Thomas Jefferson hosting Uniontown, being joined by TJ head coach Dom DeSico. And Dom, you had a great regular season last year, 18-5 overall. Unfortunately, you lost in the first round of the playoffs to Greater Latrobe, and you also lost a great group of seniors to graduation.
Yes. You know what? Last couple of years we've just had great kids. We got great kids this year. I mean, nothing's changed. We're just really young this year. And, our goal, especially at the beginning of the year, is to get better every single day. And so far so good. I mean, these guys have to learn my system. A lot of them haven't been here, so it's some growing pains, but I think by January we'll be playing some pretty good basketball, is our hope.
Hey, you started off the season in the Mon Valley Invitational, played some pretty good competition. Actually, came right down to the wire against Elizabeth Forward, lost 55-54, and then took on a pretty good Bell Vernon team on Saturday as well.
Yeah, I thought our kids really made improvement from Friday to Saturday. I mean, we had a chance in the Bell Vernon game to turn the ball over at the beginning of the fourth quarter. It was a 6-point game, and that's part of the learning process. I had five sophomores on the court at the same time, and they're gonna screw up. It's just gonna happen. It's just, can they learn from it?
Evan Berger had a nice game as well on Friday, scored 41 against Elizabeth Ford, and came through with a solid effort on Saturday as well.
Well, Evans had to learn to go from Robin to Batman. He was a freshman that was protected by a good group of seniors and, some juniors. And now, a lot of pressure goes on him a lot of times. He's a very level-headed kid. And, for us to be successful, Evan can't score 40 points. We need him, in the teens and other guys to step up. That's why Saturday I was really happy. He only had 14 points, and I thought, we had good distribution of points that night.
What kind of rotation do you have to start the season? You mentioned that you guys are so young.
Yeah, we will play 9 people probably, early on here until section play comes along, to see who's going to contribute. Like I said, 3 of the kids that are playing right now were on the 9th grade team last year.
That really says a lot about moving up and playing varsity ball. You play your first home game of the year tonight against the Uniontown Red Raiders. Your thoughts on the matchup?
Well, you know, Rob always has them ready. They always play well. They're up tempo. You know, very athletic, and you know, it's a great challenge for our young guys.
Well, I think we're going to see a lot of you this year. In fact, I saw on the schedule you're down at the Snowball Invitational, in which Uniontown's going to be participating in down at Southern Garrett, and also you'll play Laurel Highlands twice this year as well. So I think we'll see a lot of your Jags here on WMBS.
Yeah, we like that. We like playing different teams and outside the area. You know, we see all these local teams all the time, and it's funny. We always go to that Snowball Classic, and the one year we went to, and it was Baldwin, Seton LaSalle, and us and the host team. And I said, geez, I could have stayed in my backyard and played this game. You know, but it's nice to see there's a team from Virginia, Uniontown obviously is down there, and then Southern Garrett and us.
That's Thomas Jefferson head coach Dom DeSico. Stay tuned. The starting lineups and the opening tip-off on the way next. Uniontown at TJ, boys high school basketball action here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
I'm attorney Bill Martin, partner at Radcliffe Law. When you're in an accident, it can be frightening. You have to deal with insurance companies, medical bills, doctors, and employers, all while trying to recover from your injuries. We want you to concentrate on getting well and allow us to handle the rest. We have 40 years of experience at handling all sorts of personal injury cases here at Radcliffe Law. Call our office today at 724-439-3939 to set up your free consultation. We have Saturday appointments available. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
Going on now at Seahurford Chevy East. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $209 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit SeeHarperChevyEast.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease with GM for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at $10,000 per year with $3,000 cash trade equity with GM Lease Loyalty or GM Lease Conquest, plus $500 GM bonus. Security deposit waived. Payment is for tax, title fees, and for payment. Sale ends January 3rd, 2022. While supplies last. Residency restrictions apply. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231.
December, that wonderful time of the year, the season for celebrating the holidays and cheering on the Red Raiders basketball team and Coach K. Perkins Painting and Contracting is a proud sponsor of Uniontown High School basketball. Perkins Painting and Contracting, your solution for all of your painting and contracting needs. Call 724-322-1285. Best wishes for a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Perkins Painting and Contracting.
Simply Sweet has been your one-stop party planner, specializing in balloon decor, event planning, and rentals. And now, the sweetest little boutique. Simply Sweet Boutique, located at 21 North Beeson Avenue, is filled with party decor, gifts, paper goods, and holiday gifts for your friends, plus stocking stuffers that will put a smile on anyone's face. Surprise someone anytime with one balloon or a bunch from their balloon bar. Simply call 724-317-7929 for Simply Sweet Boutique.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry.
Come see what everyone's throwing about. It's Rooster's Roost next to the Uniontown Shopping Center on Francis Street in the Old Eddie's Tavern location. Craving pizza, wings, fried chicken, hoagies, or your favorite salad or sides? It's all at Rooster's Roost. Eat in, take out, or have it delivered. Call 724-320-2244 or order online at roostersroost.com. Use the coupon radio and get $3 off your online order. Gift certificates also available. Stop in Rooster's Roost today.
Brian Morozak and Steve Subrick back here at Thomas Jefferson High School. The Uniontown Red Raiders at TJ tonight. First game of the season for Uniontown. For Thomas Jefferson, they're looking for their first win after losses this past weekend against Elizabeth Forward and Belle Vernon. Steve Subrick's with me tonight as well. And Steve, your thoughts here for the Red Raiders and the Jags this evening?
Well, I'm trying to keep my headset from pulling your thing out of the wall here. But I'm just impressed with the gym. It's the first time I've been here, and so it should be a lot of fun. It's brighter. We were laughing about the old gym. It was kind of like a Hoosiers, like you're in a little cracker box, but this is pretty nice. And this is the first time for me to get a look at their Red Raiders for this year. And here we got some exciting new freshmen. I'm anxious to see them play.
Yeah, 2 freshmen in the starting lineup for Uniontown tonight, Calvin Winfrey III and Notorious Grooms.
Yeah, so 2 familiar names we've heard over the years. Of course, Winfrey's seems like you can't count how many Winfreys have been through here the last 20 years. And Grooms, of course, he had a brother that played just a couple years ago. So we've got used to that name as well. He was a good player, so should be at least these kids have got some experience as far as seeing the action. And these all, they've, even though they're freshmen, they've been coming to the games. They're familiar with the whole program and Coach Gay, so they should do a little better maybe than most freshmen, but they'll still freshmen. I'm sure there'll be some growing pains, but I'm anxious to see how these kids perform in varsity action.
How about sophomore Evan Berger for Thomas Jefferson? He scored 41 points against Elizabeth Ford on Friday.
Yeah, that's impressive. Getting 41. He's averaging 27 a game early in this year especially against Bell Vernon. That's pretty impressive for him to do that. So, they've got looking at just them warming up. They just seem to be tall, lanky, kind of big, strapping. Looks like a few football players out there, I'm sure, but a lot of taller kids and much taller than the Red Raiders. The Red Raiders are kind of, just looking at them from this perspective. I'm sure the Red Raiders are going to try to use their press, try to run it up and down the floor a little bit, keep the pace moving, and try to outrun these guys from Thomas Jefferson. But if they slow it down and get the ball down low, it'll be tough for the Red Raiders.
It seems like anytime you play TJ in basketball, you have to deal with a lot of those football kids. Of course, athletic director Bill Chirpak really has built a terrific football program here at Thomas Jefferson over the last 20 years. Contenders year in and year out. Actually has khaki pants on, though, tonight. Steve, no shorts for Chirp this evening.
Well, it's he's always wearing those shorts out there on the football field, even when it's 5 degrees outside in November. But he's indoors. I guess this must be a different dress code indoors.
Yes. Thomas Jefferson defeated Uniontown 52-35 when these two schools met a season ago, and these two teams might see each other again. They're both in the Snowball Classic at the Southern Garrett Tournament in late December. They won't play each other in the first round, but who knows, in the second round they could end up seeing each other as well down in Maryland. We'll also see TJ twice this year as well, as they're in the same conference as Laurel Highlands. They'll play a home-and-home against the Mustangs. We'll be back in this gym again in January.
Yeah, and should be pretty nice. Again, a nice, bright new gym. It's not the biggest gym we've seen that we've been through, but it's certainly big enough, and it's pretty nice. Got the Jaguar, blue, black and gold, decor all over the place, and a lot of state championship banners, not just in football, but other sports as well.
We'll pass along the starting lineups, and the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
Hello, everyone. This is John Marietta. With God, all things are possible. Who would have ever thought we would have come this far? I want to thank each and every one who has helped me get this far. We couldn't have done this without you all. Change is what you asked for, and that's what you're going to get. This was about you, not me. I'm just a regular guy trying to do the right thing. I am John Marietta. I am the hillbilly. With your help, you have made me the next recorder of deeds for the people of Fayette County. God bless each and every one of you, and God bless America.
Hi, I'm Russ Bleho. As your local Allstate agent, providing protection that fits your life is something I take, personally. I'm committed to learning about your needs and personalizing protection to meet them. From bundling your auto, home, and life insurance with ease to evaluating optional coverage based on your protection needs. I can build an insurance proposal that fits your life. Are you in good hands? Contact me, Russ Bleho, for a free quote.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Savings vary.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? M&R Transit is now hiring van drivers. Van drivers must be 26 years of age, have a valid driver license, and a clean driving record. Van drivers must be able to obtain all clearances. For more information, call 724-439-3164. That's 724-439-3164, or apply in person at M&R Transit, 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue. M&R Transit wishes the Laurel Highlands Mustangs good luck.
With branches in Markleysburg, Connellsville, Hopwood, Uniontown, and Perryopolis, Somerset Trust Company is truly Fayette County's community bank. We invite you to stop by and experience the Somerset Trust Company difference. Local decision-making, convenient locations, extended hours, award-winning online and mobile banking, and more. Somerset Trust Company, community banking worth talking about. Branches and ATMs throughout Fayette County.
Chris Parker Jr., is your 20th anniversary celebration continuing?
It's the final month of our 20th anniversary as your Hyundai dealer. And over 60 years in the car business, we want everyone to know that new inventory is scheduled to arrive daily. And all new 2022 Hyundais, excluding Palisades, have available 0% financing for 48 months. If Santa's sleigh breaks down, the roomy all-wheel drive Palisade is perfect to carry gifts. And Hyundai's all-wheel drive Kona, Tucson, and Santa Fe SUVs will get you through snowy winter weather.
Plus, every new Hyundai comes with Hyundai Assurance, America's best warranty with 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain protection and 3-year free maintenance.
In the used car market, check out our certified pre-owned Hyundais with the balance of the 100,000-mile powertrain warranty included. Not in the market to buy a car? Autoland is interested in purchasing your vehicle.
Visit their website, AutolandHyundai.com, or stop into Autoland Hyundai, East Fayette Street, Uniontown.
You always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and Save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
The WMBS Weather Watch brought to you by Maloney's Italian Restaurant on West Main Street in Uniontown, serving delicious Italian cuisine in Maloney's every year since 1950. The low at freezing overnight 32, Tuesday sun 55, overnight low Tuesday evening 43, Wednesday sun 57, chance of rain all day Thursday 63, 38 Thursday evening rain, Friday 52, 45 Friday night for the weekend, Saturday sun 57, chance of late day rain 39 on Sunday, Monday and Tuesday of next week as we get set for Christmas, highs in the mid to upper 40s those days. That weather update brought to you by Maloney's on West Main Street in Uniontown, serving delicious Italian cuisine in Maloney's every year since 1950. Ask them about their banquet menu and their banquet room for your next special event. Call Maloney's for a special 724-437-2061. That's 437-2061 for Maloney's on West Main Street. And this is WMBS, your local station.
Brian Rozak and Steve Subert back here at Thomas Jefferson High School. Steve, is your starting lineups to be brought to you by Southwestern Gastrointestinal Specialists in Uniontown. Problems with the digestive tract or no picnic, get help today. Call SWGI in Uniontown. Their phone number 724-437-7677. Here's Steve.
Okay, for the Jaguars, starting at guard, a 6'2 sophomore, number 2, Evan Berger. At guard, a 6-foot sophomore, number 5, Sean Sullivan. At forward, a 6'1 senior, number 11, Kyle Bender. At guard, a 5'11 sophomore, number 23, Noah Prosser. And at forward, a 6'1 sophomore, number 31, Cam Egerton. For the Red Raiders, starting at forward, a 6'2 senior, number 00, Christian Perkins. At guard, a 5'10 freshman, number 3, Calvin Winfrey. At guard, a 6-foot junior, number 5, Bakari Wallace. At guard, a 5'10 freshman, number 10, Notorious Grooms. And at guard, a 5'11 junior, number 23, Tanner Uphold.
Just a handful of boys high school basketball games around the region tonight. Woodland Hills taking on Baldwin. That game being played at Franklin Regional. Franklin Regional hosting Penn Trafford. That's a little Monday tournament game over in Murraysville tonight. Other games around the region: Ambridge at Moon, Bentworth at Burgettstown, Amani Christian at Highlands, Hickory is hosting North Catholic, Propel Braddock Hills at McKeesport, River Valley at Armstrong, South Park at Beaver, of course Uniontown here at TJ, Washington at Bell Vernon, and Winchester Thurston at Carrick tonight. The Red Raiders in their away maroons white numbers, and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars in their home whites with black numbers and gold trim. Players lining up for the national anthem, and we'll step aside for a quick timeout. Be back with the opening tip-off right after this. Thomas Jefferson hosting Uniontown Boys High School basketball action here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital Orthopedic and Spine Institute is open, and their experienced providers are ready to care for you. Orthopedic and spine care spans a wide range of problems, from arthritis to joint trauma caused by injury or overuse. Hips, shoulders, knees, and backs are the most common areas where patients experience pain or impaired function. At WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, they can treat orthopedic and spine problems with state-of-the-art care. Their board-certified orthopedic surgeons and specialists are well experienced in the latest treatments for damaged and diseased joints. They offer everything from physical therapies to joint repairs and joint replacements. Whenever possible, the newest minimally invasive techniques are used to ensure quicker recovery, less pain, and less damage to surrounding tissues. To learn more about the newly opened Orthopedic and Spine Institute at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, or to schedule an appointment, call 724-912-7533 or visit wvumedicine.org/Uniontown. WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital. The new us, here for you.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $209 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease to GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months and $10,000 per year with $3,000 cash rate equity with GM Lease Loyalty or GM Lease Conquest plus $500 GM bonus. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Sale ends January 3rd, 2022. While supplies last. Residency restrictions apply. Call dealer for all other details at 724-929-8000.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Freaky fast, freaky good. Order online at jimmyjohns.com or call 724-437-6800 for delivery or curbside pickup. Jimmy John's, next to Walnut Hill. Shop and save.
Lease Plumbing and Excavating, helping area residents with residential and commercial plumbing, gas, electric, and water lines, along with paving, concrete, and excavation site work for over 30 years. Building a new home, Lee's does utility installation of water, gas, and sewage lines. Lee's does maintenance work on all existing homes, too. Call 724-245-2950. That's 724-245-2950 for your quote. Lee's wishes all the area basketball teams good luck this season from Lee's Plumbing and Excavating.
Just about set to go. The Uniontown Red Raiders actually at Thomas Jefferson, taking on the Jaguars. Brian Morozak along with Steve Subrick, Billy Dice behind the camera on our Facebook Live feed, and Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Your referees tonight, Dom DeFrancis, Mark Eberling, and Nick Pavlicic. Our live video stream courtesy of Jimmy John's, Walnut Hill Plaza in Uniontown, and Ford of Uniontown. I have to thank them for sponsoring our video broadcast of the game tonight. And see, for both of these squads, with so many young players in the starting lineup, I think certainly a mystery aspect certainly exists this early on in the season.
Yeah, you don't know what's going to happen, really. I mean, I don't think Coach K knows, Coach DeSico, they don't know. It's just going to be, every year is a different deal. You get players that step up and players that step down, and we'll see what happens. But it's nice. It's kind of like the first couple weeks of the baseball season. Everybody feels like they got a chance. Starting out the year.
Evan Berger in the center circle. He'll jump for Thomas Jefferson. His grandparents, Steve, actually sitting on the right of me, up here in the top row of the bleachers, and the Uniontown Red Raiders with Tanner Uphold in the center circles. Dom DeFrancis steps in, and the ball in the air, and this game underway is the opening tap controlled by Bakari Wallace. Wallace, quite a force for Uniontown last year, averaging 11.5 points and 4.7 rebounds a game. And there's a freshman, Calvin Winfrey III, switching there with Notorious Groom. So both of the freshmen working outside the arc, and a little drive and a miss there from Bakari Wallace. And Thomas Jefferson with the rebound. Sean Sullivan bringing it back. A crossover on the near elbow jumper from Cam Egerton. No good, but TJ keeping it alive on the offensive glass. Far corner, Kyler Bender coming inside. Lost the handle and scooped up there by Notorious Grooms. Notorious trying to come inside to Christian Perkins. Christian trying to reset. Got a little too deep. Sends it in the far corner over to Uphold. Takes a long two. Bounces around. Does not drop. And Sean Sullivan pulls down that rebound for Thomas Jefferson. In the corner, there's the three ball from Noah Prosser, and Prosser getting the roll that time, Steve, as it drops for the opening points of the game as they come from outside the arc.
You talk about getting a roll. That was a roll, all right. That was bounced off the front of the rim, off the top of the backboard, back down off the rim, and back off the backboard again and in.
Little turn and shoot long to far side. Not getting the roll that time is Calvin Winfrey.
That's going to be on Perkins.
Yes.
He's just like bulldozing people out of the way.
And that was a little bugaboo on him last year, Steve, was just trying to stay in the game and manage the fouls.
You can see why he gets foul trouble. He just put his forearm in and took two Jaguars to the against the wall.
Hasn't transitioned yet, though, from football to basketball season. I guess that happens. Great football player for the Red Raiders over his 4 years. There's Berger sending it off on the far side. Good ball movement, but an offensive foul down low on the Jags. So one on each side. Let's see who this one gets posted on.
Well, the officials are going to talk. They haven't come over to the scorers table, and I think he's going to put it on. I thought it'd be on number 5.
Yes, you got it right. Sean Sullivan.
Yeah.
His first team first.
He was the guy that made the pass. He dumped it over to his teammate Bender, and then he kind of followed his way towards the basket, and that's how he got the offensive foul.
Here's Grooms back to Winfrey. The two freshmen play catch, and now Winfrey backs out a little bit. Perkins tries to set the screen. Winfrey works off to his left, and they'll get a little bump there from Cam Egerton, his first team second.
Yep, Egerton just hand checking. He's just putting his forearm right in the chest of Winfrey. Winfrey doesn't like that.
Notorious Grooms will trigger it in. Actually moved the benches here at Thomas Jefferson High School. We were here a couple of times last year, and they're over on the far side. Moved them over to the near side for the 2021-2022 season. Pretty move there. Uphold the drive and the finish. Tanner Uphold, 5'11 junior guard, gets the Red Raiders' first 2 points of the game, and another quick foul. And it goes on Uphold. So he gets the basket, then he gets the foul. 3-2, Thomas Jefferson over Uniontown. 6:01 left here in the first. TJ goes to their bench, and Elias Lippincott, 6'2 sophomore forward, averages 3.5 points a game, checks in for Egerton. And Coach Dom DeSico told us he was going to rotate his lineup a lot tonight. Grooms on the intercept there, sending it down to Winfrey. Puts it off the glass, shot wouldn't drop, rebound tipped around, went off of Joe Lexi and out. Lexi actually missed both games for Thomas Jefferson this past weekend due to an illness, but he's back tonight. 5:50 now left here in the first. Uniontown the basketball down 3-2 early on. Lobbed into Calvin Winfrey. Plays it back on the far side to Grooms. Over to Perkins. Couldn't get the shot to drop. And a rebound tip back on the near side to Grooms. And missed on a baseline jumper from 6 feet. And here's TJ the rebound in transition. Ball rolling out of bounds. Ruled off of Uniontown and out as Evan Berger had control there for the Jags.
Both teams look a little rusty.
Early season non-conference game for Thomas Jefferson. They won't play their first conference game until January. Uniontown, on the other hand, they'll have their conference opener at home on Friday against Yock. So different situations for both programs. TJ, a couple of weeks to shake off the rust, and the Red Raiders just 2 non-conference games before they get into conference play on Friday. Here's a long three from Evan Berger off the back iron, no good. Backside rebound, scooped up there by Noah Prosser, kept alive on the offensive glass for the Jags. In there to Lippincott, playing catch there with Prosser, who's ruled out of bounds. And the Red Raiders get it back down 3-2, 5:11 left here in the opening quarter. Brian Morozak along with Steve Super, Billy Dice behind the camera on our Facebook Live feed, and Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Here's Bakari Wallace back into the forecourt for the Red Raiders. Picked up there by Prosser. Wallace, floater in the lane, came up short, got his own rebound, goes back up strong, puts it high off the glass and in. Bakari Wallace puts Uniontown in the lead at 4-3 here at the 4:53 mark of the opening quarter. Spinning back through center there was Prosser. Sent it off to Sullivan. Now in the corner, Lexi trying to reset. We'll get a foul there on the Red Raiders. Get Wallace on that one. His first team third. Noah Prosser, the trigger man, left of the basket in the Uniontown zone to send it in here for the Jags. And try to send it out in front. Sean Sullivan had it, able to regain and send it off on the wing to Lexi. Little dump off there to Lippincott. Now Lexi again as those two play catch. High on the left now to Evan Berger trying to get things going. Berger with the basketball between defenders. Tough shot. Got it to go and one. Berger, a player out there for the Jags. Steve gets his first two of the game and draws the foul in the process.
That's the second foul on Uphold. You got to be careful of that. Uphold, 5'11 junior.
His brother Trent, a pretty good player at Uniontown as well. Now Berger's free throw good as he caps off the three-point play. Puts Thomas Jefferson back in the lead now at 6-4. Here's Grooms back across for Uniontown. Grooms, floater, far elbow, good. Notorious Grooms, the freshman, getting his first two of the game. We're tied at 6 as we approach the 4-minute mark of this second quarter. Here's Berger again. Kicks it out. Lexi for three for the near wing. Reins it in. Joe Lexi. Missed a couple of games this weekend, Steve. Couldn't tell there from that shot from the outside as TJ goes up 9-6 as we go under 4 minutes. Red Raiders looking for an answer back from the freshman Winfrey. Too strong off the back iron. Big rebound in traffic. Perkins lost the handle though, and Berger out of the pack with it. Sends it up to Sean Sullivan. Back near side three. Prosser hits another one. So Prosser's hit 2 threes. Lexi's hit a 3. 9 of the 12 points coming from outside the arc for Thomas Jefferson. The other on a basket and 1 from Berger. And the Jags have doubled up the Red Raiders at 12-6. Uniontown coming back. Tough shot there from Winfrey. Couldn't get it to go, and it goes out of bounds. And back over to Thomas Jefferson. It's a little 6-0 mini run here, Steve, for the Jags.
Yeah, they just finally hit a couple shots. Red Raiders just a little shaky on the shooting aspect, but it'll come. Some of those shots will drop.
Noah Prosser will work it in, and we'll see how long tonight that TJ can stay hot from the outside. As Berger brings it back across, picked up there by Bakari Wallace. Berger long two up top, good. Evan Berger. An 8-0 run now for Thomas Jefferson. 5 for Berger. 14-6. Jags lead it. 3:06 left here in the first. Grooms with a long three. Might have been partially blocked right into the hands of Lippincott. Almost stolen by Uniontown, but brought across by Berger. Berger with 3 Red Raiders around him. Drives and draws the foul. Shot attempt no good, but 2 free throws upcoming for Evan Berger.
And the official didn't like Bakari Wallace questioning his call. I don't know what Bakari could have been thinking there, not that he didn't foul him. He almost ripped his arm out of his socket.
That's 2 on Bakari and 2 on Tanner Uphold on the Uniontown side. So as you said, Steve, have to watch the foul. Still very early on. We played just over 5 minutes of basketball as Berger misses on the first of 2 free throw attempts here. Another change here for the Jags as Cam Egerton back into the game, replacing Elias Lippincott. Now Berger for his second of 2. Takes his time. It's up on the way, but short. And the rebound goes right to Uniontown's notorious Grooms. Grooms going coast to coast, put it off the glass. Shot one drop. Berger another rebound. 4-on-2 coming back. Berger's going to pull it up on the wing. Lexi for 3 off the front of the rim. No good. Hustle for the rebound, but the Red Raiders control, and they have numbers. Here's Grooms coming back. Just threw it up over his shoulder. Couldn't get it to drop, but he drew the foul in the process, and the freshman Grooms with 2 free throws upcoming here for Uniontown. As the Red Raiders try to snap this 8-0 run from Thomas Jefferson. Here's Grooms, first of 2. No good off the back iron. Uniontown, Steve, as a team last year, just 116 of 226 from the free throw line, 51%. Of course, their key player they lost to graduation, Damar Lewis, averaged a double-double per game. 12 points and 12 rebounds, and 2 missed free throws there from Grooms. An offensive rebound brought down by the Red Raiders. Jeremiah Hager into the game for the first time. He's going to launch a quick three off the mark. On the backside in traffic, Evan Townsend pulled down the rebound. Try to reset it back to Tevian Richardson on the wing, but had it stolen. Here's Lexi coming back. Joe Lexi coming baseline far side. Looking for help, able to pivot back. High on the left there to Joe Mendak, and a timeout taken by Dom DeSico. We'll take one as well. 2:17 left here in the first. 14-6 Jags are back in 60 here in the C.R. Brown Group High School Sports Night.
Does your car sound like it's saying, trade me in, trade me in, every time you start it up? Well, go to Ford of Uniontown and trade it in. That's right, your Uniontown Ford dealer is ready to assist you with a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV purchase. Ford of Uniontown has all the deals, all the inventory, and they are ready to deal. It has never been a better time to buy a Ford. Service is their top priority. No matter where you purchase your Ford car or truck, Ford of Uniontown will be happy to service it for you. They offer Ford-trained technicians, Ford-certified parts and service, 1-year, 12,000-mile parts warranties, and new state-of-the-art service equipment. Call or stop in today to see the hometown service of Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 West across from Applebee's. So listen to your car the next time you hear it say, trade me in, trade me in. Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 at the top of the hill.
Thomas Jefferson on 8-0 run as we come back, though. Joe Mendak calling for a travel. So Uniontown get the basketball back. 2:05 left here in the first. This game was tied at 6, but now Thomas Jefferson leading Uniontown 14-6. On the near wing, Evan Townsend playing catch there with Grooms. Reset it back to Winfrey. Now Townsend takes the three and makes the three. Evan Townsend actually led Uniontown, Steve, last year with 18 made threes. And connects there from the outside to snap the TJ run and get the Red Raiders back to within 5, down 14-9.
Well, he wasn't bashful there. He just kind of launched it up, and he was pretty far out, as you like to say. He was in the parking lot, and he was almost over there talking to Coach DeSico on their bench. That's how far over he was. But he just, as soon as he caught it, he knew he was going to shoot it, and he swished it right in there. So maybe he can get hot from the field.
Turnover from Berger, and the Red Raiders will get it back. And Kadrian McLee will check into the game. You talk about famous Uniontown names like Grooms and Winfrey. How about McLee? He'll get his first action of the night. 6'3" sophomore forward. Certainly has good size for Coach Kesmarski's squad. And here's Hager with it. Trying to spin off of Sullivan. Resets up top to Townsend. He was thinking about shooting up there again, Steve.
He had a shot. He took a little too long to get himself ready to pull the trigger.
In traffic, Richardson almost turned it over, able to pull it back out to Townsend, try to bank it in from the wing. It wouldn't drop. Sean Sullivan, the rebound there for the Jags as we approach the 1-minute mark on this opening quarter. Thomas Jefferson the basketball in a 14-9 lead over Uniontown. That's going to be an over and back, or was it touched by the Red Raiders? No, it was not. So over and back call there on Sullivan. Just kind of lost the handle there, Steve, on the edge of the zone.
Yeah, dribbling in between his legs, and it hit off of his calf, and it just kind of bounced back over the timeline.
54 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Nice little hop step and a finish from Jeremiah Hager. So the Red Raiders back on a little 5-0 run. They're back to within 3. Kind of like that move from Hager, Steve.
Yeah, a little hop step in there.
Back in the far corner, Berger for 3. Gets the crowd back into it. Evan Berger, 8 already here in the opening quarter. Again, he had 41 against Elizabeth Ford on Friday.
It's a triple cheeseburger there for him.
Yes, it is. Hager back on the other side, over to Townsend. Open look for 3, not this time. Berger, another rebound on the backside. Little pressure there from Richardson, deflected out of bounds, but ruled TJ's basketball off of Richardson and out. So 14 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Thomas Jefferson, the basketball, up 6. We'll send it in here to Joe Lexi. Back to Evan Berger. Richardson defending. Berger staying with it. So a little help there on a screen set up by Lippincott. Off to Lexi, driving far wing and in. Couldn't get it to go as time expires after 1. So it's Thomas Jefferson 17, Uniontown 11. We're back with the second quarter in 60 seconds here on the C.R. Brown Group High School Sports Night.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. Currently in their 58th year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They will gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they will work with your insurance company. With a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva & Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it is the goal of Ted Silva & Son to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way possible. Family owned and operated for 58 years. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair, LLC. Proud to support local high school sports.
Back here at Thomas Jefferson High School, start of the second quarter, 17-11. Jags lead the Red Raiders. How about these two coaches, Steve? Dom DeCicco in his 17th year as the head coach of the Jaguars. Rob Kesmarski already in his 20th year as the head coach of the Uniontown Red Raiders. These two guys have been around the block.
Yep.
Jags working left to right as we describe it. Joe Lexi brings it across. Picked up there by Bakari Wallace. Jags trying to go inside there to Sean Sullivan. Try to pull it back out to Lexi. Ball was deflected. Now loose on the courts. And we'll get a foul called. Which way is it going to go? And a push call there on Uniontown. And again, Wallace, Steve, hot.
Yeah, he's got to calm down. He's just, a lot of traffic. Could have called it on anybody. He got the unfortunate call. You can't show that much emotions toward the official. It's not going to make him, endear himself to the official. He's not going to get any benefit of the doubt later.
That's three now. Bakari Wallace, he'll have to sit. And Jeremiah Hager back into the game on the Uniontown side. Jags 17, Red Raiders 11, opening 20 seconds of the second quarter. Nice move from Sean Sullivan. Couldn't finish, got his own rebound. Puts it back up and in. First two of the game for Sullivan. Jags lead extended to 8 at 19-11. 30 seconds into the second quarter. Here's Notorious Grooms. Grooms right of the lane, driving off the glass and in. 4 now for Grooms. Red Raiders back to within 6 at 19-13 as these two teams trade baskets to start the second quarter. There's Sullivan again up top on the switch there with Evan Berger. Berger now free off the screen, 3 up top, off the mark. Rebound tipped around and controlled by Joe Lexi. Jags look to reload. Sullivan over to Lippincott. Deed up there by Perkins. Pulled back to Lexi. Lexi, a little ball fake, bounces inside Lippincott and able to work on Hager and get the 2 to go. Elias Lippincott, his first 2 off the bench. Jags back up 8 at 21-13. 6:43 left before halftime. Calvin Winfrey back up to Notorious Grooms. Up top again to Uphold. Uphold, great pass. Perkins coming free, but got blocked from behind. What a swat there from Noah Prosser. In transition, Alexi running back, lost the handle. Calvin Winfrey says thank you very much. 2-on-1 here for the Red Raiders. Up to Grooms and gets the basket and 1. Foul there on Sean Sullivan. That'll be the second on Sullivan. Red Raiders back to within 6, down 21-15.
Great pass by Uphold before that play before to Perkins, but he just took way too long to get the ball. He just kind of power dribbled. I think he thought he had all kind of time, and someone came from behind and swatted it.
Grooms' free throw good as he caps off the three-point play with a made free throw. So 7 for the freshman Grooms. Red Raiders back to within 5, down 21-16. 6:17 left before halftime. Lexi, far side over to Kyler Bender, and now Lippincott again. Lippincott stripped. Great steal there from Grooms. Over to Uphold, and a foul called here on TJ again. That'll go on Lexi. His first.
Should be a second. That's on number 3.
Lexi, is that his second, Steve? I'm blocked by the basket.
I had him for one earlier, but.
Here's Grooms, long 2 up top, good again. So Notorious getting hot. 7 here in the second, 9 for the game, pacing the way for the Red Raiders, and just like that, it's a one-possession game. TJ 28, Uniontown 18. 5:47 left before halftime. Here's Lexi, left of the lane. Pulling it out, far corner over to Evan Berger. Switches back with Prosser. His shot a little short. Uphold the rebound there for Uniontown. Uphold, far wing. Hager had an open look, didn't take the three. Pulls it back to Uphold again. Uphold, a little ball fake, lost the dribble, gets help with Grooms. Has the hot hand right now for three in the tie. It's an air ball, but it goes right to Perkins, who reloads again for Uniontown. Out to Calvin Winfrey, high on the left, directs traffic. Now trying to drive here on Lexi, comes inside. A lot of contact. Are we going to get a foul? Looks like we will. I call it on the floor. Let's see who it gets posted on. Got Lexi again, Steve?
That could be 4 on him, or 3.
And it's going to be 3 on Lexi, so he'll have to take a seat. That should be the 6th team foul. It is. Notorious Grooms will trigger it in, left of the basket. Over to Winfrey, up top again, Uphold. Back to Winfrey again, coming far wing it in. He was stripped. And the Jags with it coming back on the far side. Noah Prosser leaves out in front and banking it in Evan Berger. So Berger now in double figures with 10. Jags back up 5. Quick three. Grooms off the mark there. Offensive rebound. Perkins pulls it off to Winfrey. And now Perkins again missing on a little floater. That rebound going to Evan Berger. So the Jags back on it, leading by 5. 4:43 left before halftime. And the Jags cough it up. Putignano there, Steve, with an errant pass. Intended for Egerton. Dom Putignano, a 5'9 junior guard. Notorious Grooms will trigger it back in here for the Red Raiders. I appreciate you joining us tonight. Our live video stream brought to you by Ford of Uniontown and Jimmy John's, Walnut Hill Plaza. Calvin Winfrey and Grooms playing catch there outside the arc. Near side, Uphold gets a touch. Back up top to Winfrey again. Far side, Hager. It's going to be interesting, Steve, over the years to watch the development here of Grooms and Winfrey starting in their first varsity game during their freshman year. Not too many players have been able to do that at Uniontown over the years. Here's Grooms again over to Hager, far side, Winfrey. Good ball moving around the arc. Halfway through the second quarter. Grooms again. Trying to settle things down. Bounces it off to Winfrey. He'll take the three. Off the mark. Uphold out in front. Trying to put it back up and in a miss. But they're on the third attempt on the possession. Kadrian McAlee off the bench for his first 2. And once again, it's a one-possession game at 23-20. 3:40 left before halftime. Here's Kyler Bender. Errant pass intercepted by Hager. Up the court. Winfrey driving in. Put it off the glass. A miss. McAlee looking for the rebound. Got fouled there by Egerton. Be 2 here for the Red Raiders. Kadrian McAlee at the foul line.
And last was not an errant pass. It was tipped away. It was actually tipped from behind by Winfrey. Got behind the play, tipped it into the crowd. It made it look like just a poor pass, but
McAlee misses on the first of 2 free throws. Uniontown 1 of 4 from the foul line so far in this game. They trail by 3. 3:28 left before halftime.
Second foul on Egerton.
Second of 2 free throws. Good there for McAlee. So 3 for Kadrian McAlee, a 6'3 sophomore forward. There's Sean Sullivan to bring it across. TJ 23, Uniontown 21. 3:18 left before halftime. And a tight one so far. Evan Berger on the switch up top. Prosser back to Berger. Long 3, far side, no good. Another offensive rebound brought down there by Lippincott in traffic. Lippincott trying to go strong, couldn't finish, but the tip-in is good for Evan Berger. Now 4 here in the second, 12 for the game for Berger. TJ goes back up 4, 25-21. 2:52 left before halftime. Here's Winfrey working it around the arc. On the near side, Townsend has it. Back in the corner there to Uphold. Baseline drive. Scoop shot no good. Rebound tipped around and controlled there by the Jags' Sean Sullivan. Good ball movement up the court and attempting the 3 there. Putignano, it's no good. And Kadrian McAlee with the rebound there for Uniontown. Over to Uphold. Far wing and in. Good handoff. McAlee there again. Couldn't finish. Missed there, Steve, from point blank range.
Yep, just too close, too easy. I think he rushed it a little bit.
Still 25-21 Jags. Berger looking for another three off the back iron. No good. Rebound. Grooms. Here's Notorious. Driving back right down the lane. Going coast to coast for the two. So Grooms now 9 here in the second. 11 for the game. Pacing the way for Uniontown in the scoring department. The Red Raiders back to within 2 again. Down 25-23. 1:49 left before halftime. That's going to be a little bump call there on Calvin Winfrey III. Be a 1-and-1 here for Noah Prosser. Jags led 17-11 after 1. Red Raiders now back to within 2. But again, Prosser has a 1-and-1 upcoming here for the Jags. Prosser taking his time. Front end. No good. Rebound tipped around. Control there by Lippincott, who puts it back up and in. Kind of a fortunate miss there, Steve, from Prosser. Lippincott found the loose ball. And the Jags now go up 4, 27-23. 90 seconds left here in the first half. Townsend for 3 for the Red Raiders from the far wing. No good. Berger rips down the rebound. Evan Berger back through center. Berger over to Prosser. Prosser down the lane, handing off. Lippincott was double teamed and fouled. I think McLeod got him.
I don't think McLeod got all ball. I'd say that, yeah, that's who they're going to call him on. I would think he was more on Townsend, but they call it on McLeod. Looked like he had a lot of ball there.
Was ruled in the act of shooting, so 2 free throws here for Lippincott. He makes the first of 2, 5 second quarter points for the 6'2" sophomore forward Elias Lippincott. Jags lead back up to 5 at 28-23.
Every time the Raiders inch back, get within a point or two, the Jags pull away again.
Lippincott's second free throw, again no good, but another offensive rebound. Putignano back to Lippincott, driving from the far side, draws another foul.
That's going to be on McLeod again.
Jags doing a good job, Steve, getting to the loose ball on those rebounds. McLeod picking up a couple of quick fouls there for Uniontown. And they have to watch the fouls. You got Bakari with 3, McLeod with 2, and Uphold with 2 on the Uniontown side. Lexi with 3, Sullivan with 2, Egerton with 2 on the Thomas Jefferson side. Lippincott is first of 2 here at the foul line. Good again. 6 second quarter points now for Lippincott, and the TJ lead up to 6 at 29-23. Lippincott now for a second of 2. This one no good off the back iron. Another scrum for the rebound. Red Raiders find it this time. That was close to an over and back. Not called, so the Red Raiders keep possession. Winfrey for 3, off the mark again. That one off of Noah Prosser and out, so Uniontown keep possession here in the Thomas Jefferson zone. Another substitution here for the Red Raiders. Jeremiah Hager back into the game, replacing McLeod. Red Raiders trying to save some late fouls here. Richardson to trigger it in. Sent it into Grooms, got it back, but the Red Raiders unable to finish there on the possession, and Lippincott back through center again for the Jags. So TJ a 6-point lead. There's Putignano with it. Pulling it out to Joe Mendek. Far wing, Putignano again, launches the 3 and hits it. So the Jaguars getting a lot of contributions. First points off the bench for Dom Putignano, the 5'9" junior guard. The lead now up to 9, and the Red Raiders throw it away. Well, miscommunication there, Steve.
Yep, just Winfrey wasn't looking, and the pass went right over his head.
Timeout on the court. We'll take one as well. 26 seconds left before halftime. 32-23. We're back in 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Tonight.
The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital Orthopedic and Spine Institute is open, and their experienced providers are ready to care for you. Orthopedic and spine care spans a wide range of problems, from arthritis to joint trauma caused by injury or overuse. Hips, shoulders, knees, and backs are the most common areas where patients experience pain or impaired function. At WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, they can treat orthopedic and spine problems with state-of-the-art care. Their board-certified orthopedic surgeons and specialists are well experienced in the latest treatments for damaged and diseased joints. They offer everything from physical therapies to joint repairs and joint replacements. Whenever possible, the newest, minimally invasive techniques are used to ensure quicker recovery, less pain, and less damage to surrounding tissues. To learn more about the newly opened Orthopedic and Spine Institute at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, or to schedule an appointment, call 724-912-7533 or visit wvumedicine.org/Uniontown. WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, the new us, here for you.
Jags looking for the last shot of the second quarter, but they'll go quickly here. Lippincott the drive and the score, lead up to 11 and 34-23. 9 seconds left here in the quarter. Grooms on the far side, so TJ with a nice finish to the second quarter floater in the lane. Richardson no good, gets it back and puts it back up and in, and that was a big make for the Red Raiders, Steve, to end the second quarter to at least get back to within 9.
Yeah, he just kind of threw up a prayer and got his own rebound, and luckily he had enough time to put it back in.
34-25, Thomas Jefferson leading Uniontown here at halftime. We're back to recap the first half numbers for you in a moment here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $209 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease to GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months and 10,000 miles per year with $3,000 cash rate equity with GM Loyalty or GM Lease Conquest plus $500 GM bonus. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Sale ends January 3rd, 2022. While supplies last. Residency restrictions apply. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatrics, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family-owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis. We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation. There are no fees until you receive money on your case. If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Phone 724-437-2799.
When you need a vaccine, look to Peachin Pharmacy as a partner in your health. Peachin Pharmacy has all of the COVID-19 vaccines, including boosters, at no cost to you. They also have the shingles and pneumonia vaccine. Schedule online, by phone, or just walk in. When you are ready, get your vaccine at Peachin Pharmacy, located in downtown Connellsville.
Peachin Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
The Catholic War Veterans, Post 1669 at Hopwood, are proud supporters of local high school sports. For more information on the programs that the Catholic War Veterans provide, log on to the Catholic War Veterans website at www.cwv.org. You can also visit the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 on Facebook or phone 724-437-3088. That's 724-437-3088 for the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood.
Where can you go these days and have your gas pumped for you? Oil checks and windshield clean. Joe B's Golf. That's where. Joe B's Golf is conveniently located at the corner of Fayette and Beeson Boulevard. Joe B's Golf is a fast, friendly, full-service gas station serving the Uniontown area in the same location for over 47 years. Joe B's Golf offers lockout services, general repairs, tire repair, fenced-in storage lots, state inspection, golf products, and AAA 24-hour car and light truck towing service. Call 724-438-0681.
Brian Morozak and Steve Suberg back here at halftime, 34-25. Thomas Jefferson leading the Uniontown Red Raiders. Steve, is your halftime stats. They're being brought to you by Peachin's Pharmacy, located in the downtown Connellsville Peachin Market with free prescription delivery.
Okay, for the Red Raiders, Hager finishes with 2 points, Wallace with 2, Grooms leads the way with 11, Richardson with 2, McLee with 3, Uphold with 2, and Townsend with 3. They had 11 in the first, 14 in the second, 25 at the half. For the Jaguars, Berger leads the way with 12 points, Lexi with 3, Patagano with 3 points, Sullivan with 2, Lippincott with 8, and Prosser with 6. They had 17 in each of the first 2 periods for a 34-25 halftime lead.
Steve, certainly a busy week for us. Tomorrow, the Red Raiders back in action on the road at Albert Gallatin, taking on the Colonials. Thursday, Laurel Highlands host Greensburg-Salem. Friday, Uniontown hosts Yock. And Saturday, Uniontown travels to Connellsville. Looking at that game tomorrow, talked about rebuilding years, and certainly rebuilding year for Albert Gallatin as well.
Yeah, Shea Fleener's going to have to restock the cupboards a little bit, and he can do it though. He's a heck of a coach, and I'm sure he'll get those Colonials playing some good basketball before the season's over.
Getting around the air tomorrow with our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show at 7. Opening tip set for 7:30, and all of the weekday tip times this week are 7:30. The Uniontown Connellsville game Saturday at 12 noon. We're on at 11:30 a.m. with our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. And our own Doug Saltzman, Steve, tells me he's in a local bowling league here close to Jefferson Hills, and they're actually live streaming our game at the bowling alley tonight. So if you're...
There's probably more people there watching at the bowling alley that are here at the game.
They might be. 34-25, Thomas Jefferson leading Uniontown at halftime. Second half comes your way next here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $209 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease to GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months and 10,000 miles per year with $3,000 cash rate equity with GM Lease Loyalty or GM Lease Conquest plus $500 GM bonus. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Sale ends January 3rd, 2022. While supplies last. Residency restrictions apply. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
For attorney Melinda Delarose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in downtown Uniontown, attorney Delarose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call attorney Melinda Delarose, 724-437-3200, 724-437-3200, or online at delaroselaw.com.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
When it's time to service your vehicle, don't procrastinate. Call Rose Motors at 724-583-1944. Rose Motors, specializing in computer diagnostics, engine and electrical problems, brake service, electronic tune-ups, air conditioning repair, exhaust work, state inspection, and more. Looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? See Rose Motors, where financing is also available. Rose Motors, 42 River Avenue in Masontown. Serving the area for 3 generations. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, Saturday by appointment.
Mom Maruka's Pizza Shop, located at 64 Barton Mill Road in Uniontown, is your prime place to enjoy local high school sports. Mom Maruka's is family-owned and operated, where pride of ownership certainly shows. The Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, subs, subs, and wings. Mama Ruckus is open Monday through Saturday, 4 to 10 for indoor-outdoor dining and takeout. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MamaRucaPizza.com for their menu.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
December, that wonderful time of the year, the season for celebrating the holidays and cheering on the Red Raiders basketball team and Coach K. Perkins Painting and Contracting is a proud sponsor of Uniontown High School basketball. Perkins Painting and Contracting, your solution for all of your painting and contracting needs. Call 724-322-1285. Best wishes for a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Perkins Painting and Contracting.
Brian Morozak and Steve Super back here at Thomas Jefferson High School. The Jags lead the Red Raiders 34-25. And Steve, a little bit of a surprise. Washington High School leading Bell Vernon at halftime, 32-31. Our buddy Jared Bozak tells me 23 fouls in the first half in that game. It's a little bit surprised to see the Leopards down to Washington. Washington always has good teams as well.
Yeah, well, that Whitlock kid, maybe he took the night off.
I don't know. You credit Thomas Jefferson. They were within 6 of Bell Vernon in the second half when those two schools met on Saturday. Jared tells me Whitlock just ain't Whitlock to start the season, so maybe just still in football mode.
Yeah.
His words, not mine.
Yeah.
And we're underway. Red Raiders with the basketball, working left to right as we describe it here in the third quarter. Again, TJ 34, Uniontown 25. Brian Morozak along with Steve Subrick, Billy Dice behind the camera. Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Nice to have you along with us. Wallace back out there with 3 personals. Will turn and shoot, no good. Perkins on the backside, the rebound, sets it off to the wing. Missed 3 there from Grooms. Another offensive rebound. Wallace fighting hard and drawing the foul. Red Raiders a different team, though, Steve, with Wallace in there, hustling to those loose balls.
The foul, I can't.
22.
22. He said 23.
It is 23. It's corrected there. Prosser.
Yeah.
First of 2 free throws, no good for Bakari Wallace. Red Raiders in the first half, just 2 of 5 from the foul line, and after that Wallace missed, now 2 of 6. Wallace's second, again no good. Thomas Jefferson the rebound. Down to Lippincott. Got a little bit too deep, lost the handle, out of bounds, back over to Uniontown.
DeSico giving it a hard time to Sullivan there. He got himself going too fast down the sideline, was going to get trapped, jumped up in the air and tried to throw a, kind of a prayer home run Hail Mary to Lippincott, but just was not enough room underneath the basket.
Uphold pulling it back out there to Calvin Winfrey, looking for his first of varsity points. Over to Uphold again. Red Raiders being led by Notorious Grooms, another freshman with 11. Uphold driving, putting it off the glass. Shot attempt, no good. Contact down low. Perkins going for the save. And they're going to call a foul here, Steve, maybe on Sullivan. No, just out of bounds. Out of bounds, yep.
Yep. Perkins tried to save it. Must have stepped on the end line.
Played a minute here in the third quarter. The same score we saw at halftime, still 34-25. Up top, Alexi try to bounce pass into Lippincott. Perkins kind of ran over him, no foul called, and the Red Raiders out of the pack with a basketball. Up to Wallace, driving right down the lane. Floater good, Bakari Wallace. Only his second field goal. He has 4, 34-27. The TJ lead down to 7. 6:30 left here in the third. Lippincott right to the lane. Jumper no good. Battle for the rebound underneath. Still poked around there, and Lexi able to control it. Send it back down to Lippincott. Will turn and shoot. No good. Wallace another rebound for Uniontown. We'll bounce it off here on the near side to Winfrey across. Grooms missing on a 3. Rebound brought down there by Noah Prosser. Quickly across, far side, Lexi. Lexi in traffic, pulls it over to Evan Berger. Berger working off to his left. Another double team comes over up top, almost a steal. Nice save was made there by Prosser. Now they go cross court far side over to Berger, coming far baseline. Blocking foul here on the Red Raiders.
They get Winfrey. Was trying to cut off the baseline, and Berger just kind of ran into him. And that's a tough one to go against Winfrey.
His second. Jags triggered in again. Prosser sends it up top. Sean Sullivan holds to his left to Joe Lexi. Works between the circles. Lexi to his left again to Sullivan. Fronted there by Calvin Winfrey. Now Lippincott being guarded there by Perkins. A little pressure coming in from Uphold. Forces the steal. Uphold back into the TJ zone. To his left to Grooms for a three, and he hits it. Nothing but the bottom of the net there. Notorious Grooms gives him 14 for the game and pulls the Red Raiders back to within 4, 34-30. Good game here in the second half. Lippincott put it on the deck, trying to get it back, and a foul called here on Uniontown. Got Perkins here, Steve, yeah?
Maybe, yep. Perkins, he gets his nose in there.
Only a second, though. Doing a good job managing his fouls out there today. So a lot of basketball to play. TJ the basketball leading by 4. They'll send it down low. A double team came over off the deflection. Egerton found it, couldn't finish, but TJ another rebound. Far side, Sean Sullivan. Over to Berger. Berger, a little hop step, tough shot, but got it to go. Wow.
Well,
Evan Berger.
I don't know what the officials were looking at there. That was a double dribble if I've ever seen one.
Berger with that make gives him 14.
Coach Gay calling for it, and I don't see how all 3 officials missed that.
I think his family agreed with you, Steve.
Yeah.
Here's Uphold. Tough shot coming back, and he makes it in traffic. Tanner Uphold, his second field goal, has 4. 36-32 Jags. 4:21 left here in the third. Joe Lexi. Is that a flop? Call is made. A charge there on Lexi. And that was Bakari Wallace, Steve. Giving his body up.
That's his 4th.
You're right. Foul went on Alexi, his 4th. He'll have to check out.
He looks like a football player, doesn't he? Like a running back.
I think he is.
Yeah.
What's interesting, Steve, you had Lexi going up there against Wallace. Both guys out there with 3 personals. You never know how that's going to get called. Lexi gets the charge. Now he goes to the bench. Bakari's still out there with the basketball, and he got too deep and got fouled there by Putagnano.
And Bakari Wallace needs to settle down. He got up. Official made the foul call, and he got up and he got in the face of number 4 there for the Jags, and he just he's lucky he didn't get a call for a technical foul. The official did a pretty nice, pretty friendly there. That easily could have been a call.
Safe to say, though, he's a fiery competitor out there, right?
Yeah, he's a fiery competitor.
First of 2 free throws, good for Bakari Wallace. 5 for Wallace, now 1 of 3 from the foul line. Red Raiders back to within 3, down 36-33. 4:05 left here in the third. Second of 2 free throws short there from Wallace. Rebound went to Sean Sullivan. Sullivan cross court near side to Evan Berger and across. Gets around Uphold, puts it down, back up again. Contact in the lane, and a charge called there on Berger. And once again, it was Wallace that gave his body up.
Yep.
2 big calls on back-to-back possessions going in Uniontown's favor. It's a 1-possession game. Red Raiders can tie it here with a made 3. Grooms brings it across.
And every time the Red Raiders have gotten close, the Jaguars have had an answer. Let's see if the Red Raiders can get over the hump finally.
Bakari driving, putting it off the glass and in. Bakari Wallace, he's feeling it out there now. 5 here in the third, 7 for the game. Red Raiders back to within 1, down 36-35. 3:33 left here in the third. That one swatted, comes loose in front of the TJ bench, but the Jags keep possession.
Now, Wallace doing a heck of a job offensively, but he has got to settle down. After that basket, he was chirping. In the NFL, he might have got a taunting call for that. He can't get in the face of the other team's other players. He's got to be careful.
We've been calling it in the NFL this year. Yeah. You're right. Here's Evan Berger. Berger, jumper from the foul line. Good, nice. Evan Berger. He doesn't miss much. He has 16. Jags back up 3 at 38-35. Berger came in averaging 27.5 a game. Down low. Perkins, tough shot, but got it to go. First 2 of the game for Christian Perkins.
Now I got full court pressure. Now the Red Raiders kind of ratchet up the defense.
First time we've seen them use it, but it's broken across by the Jags, and Perkins picks up his 3rd personal foul, sending down Cam Egerton.
He got his money's worth there. He hammered Egerton.
Are you surprised at all we haven't seen more of the Red Raider press here tonight, Steve?
No, because if they, with freshmen in there, you got foul trouble with Perkins and Wallace, so you can't be too aggressive. You got to pick your spots.
Egerton makes his first of 2 free throws. That's his first point of the night.
But you're getting down to the point where you got 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. If you got anything there, you think you can you do well with, you got to try it now.
Egerton missed the 2nd free throw. Do we have a lane violation?
No, I think you're going to get a foul. Oh, no. 5 red violation.
Yep.
That's on Wallace.
I thought he moved in a little early. So Egerton gets a reprieve here at the line. Jags up 2, make it 3. Egerton taking advantage there of the Wallace miscue. And the Jags lead at 40-37. Red Raiders still with their full complement of timeouts. 5. Thomas Jefferson with 3 timeouts remaining. Here in the game reset. 2:57 left here in the 3rd quarter. Still a 1-possession game. And Wallace has it. Bounces in the corner over to Upholt. Been a fun one, Steve. It's been tight.
Yeah.
Uphold coming inside. Tough shot. Might have been partially blocked. Jags control it coming back. Close to a double dribble there from Sullivan. He threw it right to Uphold. Went through his hands. Over to Berger. Floats one up and in from just inside the foul line. Wow. Fortunate break there for the Jags. Berger with 18, and they go up 5.
Sullivan almost double dribbled not once but twice. And then threw the ball right into Uphold's hands, who just let it go right to Berger.
Wallace a miss. Perkins got it back, and he got fouled going back up. And Perkins will have a pair of free throws. He struggled historically, Steve, with the foul line. He was just 1 of 4 last year. Not really many attempts. He was under 50% his sophomore year as well. Misses on the first of 2 free throws here. That's the one area where Uniontown really needs to work on improving, Steve, from last year. Again, 51%. You're going to have a lot of tight conference games, I think, this year, and a lot of them are going to come down to free throws, and Perkins misses another one. TJ the rebound in transition, quick to Berger, and he got fouled late by Perkins. And Perkins didn't even have to make that foul.
No, he really didn't. He saw that was kind of like the late hit on a quarterback when he ran out of bounds, and just like he was 2 feet out of bounds after he made the layup, and Perkins just came down, and he's got to be an athlete and avoid that, Brian. He cannot do that.
Hager now in for Perkins. It's 4 personal fouls on Christian Perkins. Perkins with 4, Wallace with 3, Winfrey, McLee, and Uphold 2 apiece. Joe Lexi on the TJ bench with 4.
And they called that a
after the shot.
Bucket after the shot.
So it's just possession for TJ.
So that's worse.
Yeah, because TJ gets another crack at it. Berger on a 3, no good. Offensive rebound, Putignano back over to Berger, down low, open man Lippincott. Burns the Red Raiders on the far block. Lippincott now in double figures with 10. That was a huge possession there for the Jags. They now go up 9 at 46-37. So how quickly we go from a 1-possession game
and this is kind
to
of
a 3-possession game.
What happened in the first half? The Red Raiders scratch and claw and fight their way back. They grind it out to get within 1 possession, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's...
Winfrey, tough 3, but he hit it. First points of the night come from outside the arc for the freshman, and boy, did Uniontown need that shot.
Yep.
6-point game again, and the Jags turn it over. High pass, Prosser couldn't bring it down in front of the Uniontown bench, and the Red Raiders get it back. We talked about this being a game of runs, and maybe the Red Raiders on one here. And Uphold will work it in here to Winfrey. These Red Raider freshmen getting some big minutes in a tight game here in the second half. Uniontown down 6. Hager far side. Switches back with Bakari Wallace. Between defenders, tough shot. Couldn't get it to go on the runner. Ball loose underneath. Grooms finds the rebound. Reloads to Winfrey, and it's back-to-back threes to make it a one-possession game again. Calvin Winfrey the third. 46-43. 52 seconds left here in the third. Putignano back to Berger. Fronted there by Uphold. Works it into the corner, bounces it down to Lippincott, trying to back his way in, and that one's stolen. Grooms came over and just picked his pocket. Here's Grooms in the corner. Winfrey again coming near baseline, was bumped, couldn't finish, but he'll have 2 free throws upcoming.
No, I was going to say it's on the floor.
All right, ruled here on the floor.
Hard to believe.
Foul still issued. I don't agree with that call, Steve. Went on Lippincott. His second.
He's about as close to being in the act of shooting as you could get.
Yes. Wallace up top. A lot of contact. Sends it down to Uphold. We play on.
That should have been a charge.
I agree. Winfrey again here on the near side. Over to Hager. Out to Grooms. 16 seconds left here in the quarter. Winfrey again, back over to Grooms on the far wing, over to Hager for 3, and the tie was halfway down. Wouldn't drop. Offensive rebound, Bakari Wallace, 7 seconds left here in the quarter. Ball loose again, little scrum for it. We'll get a foul called with 3.7 left as Grooms was almost run over.
White 5, that's Sullivan.
His third.
That's a tough one because Sullivan's just diving for the ball, and then Grooms just happened to be in the way, and that's almost a play on there, I would think. But Red Raiders get the benefit of the doubt.
7th team fouls. It's the 1-and-1.
Coach Chirpak over there, the football coach, athletic director, he's giving the official a hard time.
Front end of the 1-and-1. Again, no good there for Grooms, and that one appeared to be halfway down. And at midcourt, right before time expires after 3, Berger misses on the shot, but the Red Raiders back in this one, down 46-43 after 3. We're back for the 4th and 60 seconds here in the C.R. Brada Group High School Sports Night.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $209 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease to GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months and $10,000 per year with $3,000 cash rate equity with GM Lease Loyalty or GM Lease Conquest plus $500 GM bonus. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Sale ends January 3rd, 2022. While supplies last. Residency restrictions apply. Call dealer for all other details at 724-929-8000.
Let's face it, sometimes local is better. Locally grown, locally sourced, shop local, eat local. What about local expertise? At Allstate, Russ Plaho is just that, a local. So contact Uniontown Allstate agent Russ Plaho today at 724-439-9700. Russ can help you with the protection that's right for you and the things you love most. Allstate. Are you in good hands?
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Savings vary. Life insurance offered through Allstate Life Insurance Company and Allstate Assurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois, and American Heritage Life Insurance Company, Jacksonville, Florida.
Back for the 4th quarter, 46-43. Jags over the Red Raiders. Thomas Jefferson with the basketball, working right to left. As we describe it, Evan Berger brings it across. He's pacing the way with 20 for the Jags. Comes baseline, far side. That shot doesn't drop. Rebound tipped around, controlled by Uphold for Uniontown. 2-on-1, bounce pass, Grooms over to Winfrey. Couldn't finish on the near block, and Lippincott finds the rebound there for the Jags. Game's open up a little bit here, Steve, and Uniontown forces another turnover off an errant pass from Prosser. Here's Wallace coming inside, floats one up over Putignano and in. Bakari Wallace makes it a 1-point game. Bakari with 9. 46-45 Jags. Lippincott bounces it off to his left and then gets it back off the feed, and that's a travel. Prosser sent it back in Lippincott's direction. Lippincott walks with the basketball, and Coach DeSico wants a timeout. We'll take one as well. 7:19 left here in the 4th. Red Raiders back to within 1. Jags 46, Red Raiders 45. We're back in 60 here in the C.R. Brada Group High School Sports Night.
I'm attorney Bill Martin, partner at Radcliffe Law. When you're in an accident, it can be frightening. You have to deal with insurance companies, medical bills, doctors, and employers, all while trying to recover from your injuries. We want you to concentrate on getting well and allow us to handle the rest. We have 40 years of experience at handling all sorts of personal injury cases here at Radcliffe Law. Call our office today at 724-439-3939 to set up your free consultation. We have Saturday appointments available. Radcliffe Law, making the law perfect.
Going on now at C. Harper Savvy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $209 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months to $10,000 per year with $3,000 cash rate equity with GM Lease Loyalty or GM Lease Conquest plus $500 GM bonus. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Sale ends January 3rd, 2022. While supplies last. Residency restrictions apply. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
Prime Rozak, Steve Superick back here at Thomas Jefferson High School, 46-45. Jags lead the Red Raiders. Thomas Jefferson led 17-11 after one quarter of play, 34-25 at halftime, 46-43 after three. Now the Red Raiders with the basketball and opportunity to take the lead.
And all the momentum from the last couple of minutes of that third. Outscored them 18-14 in that third quarter, so we got back in the game.
Let's see if Uniontown can go in front. Winfrey to his right to Grooms. Grooms 14 so far in this game. Over to Uphold, back to Bakari Wallace. 6:49 left in regulation. Uniontown taking their time a little more on this possession.
Now they're in a 2-3 zone. They're kind of feeling their way around.
Down low, Wallace comes free and the Red Raiders in the lead. Bakari Wallace with a make there. Gives him 11. Uniontown 47, Thomas Jefferson 46. And a little fumble out of bounds on the far side from Sean Sullivan. And Uniontown will get it back, leading by one at 47-46. Uniontown still with their full complement of 5 timeouts. Thomas Jefferson down to 2 remaining. Grooms brings it back across. Picked up there by Evan Berger. Wallace tried to set the screen. Ball goes out of bounds, but was tipped out there by Prosser. It'll be Uphold to trigger it back in. Nice comeback here for Uniontown tonight. See if they can hang on. Double teamed up top, Grooms. Little touch from Winfrey, back in the corner to Hager. Gets out of it, up top to Grooms again. Good feed, down low. Wallace came free, but missed from point-blank range. Couldn't believe, Steve, that one didn't drop. And the Jags now try to answer back. Here's Berger, was bumped on the floor before the shot. Let's see who this gets called on. It's going to go on Hager. Red Raiders will take that. And non-shooting with 6 minutes to play. Sent into Berger, right out in front, just lays it up and in.
Lobbed it up, and he just jumped up in the air and caught it about, 4 feet from the hoop and just laid it in.
22 for Berger. Jags go back up one at 48-47. Here's Uphold, double team near side. Sends it off there to Grooms again, and now the Red Raiders, an errant pass, turn it over.
Well, they got a little disheveled there. They extended that zone, trapped a little bit on the outside, and the Red Raiders not ready for it.
Here's Evan Berger again. You don't want him to get hot. Long 2 up tops and air ball. Got a bounce and back over to Uniontown. They forced a tough shot there on Berger.
Coach K may need a timeout to kind of settle down and try to get some kind of offense going against this type of a defense. Look here, it's going to be more of a trapping.
Yeah, Winfrey trapped. Got out of it over to Hager. Uphold comes free off the feet and able to finish out in front.
Yep.
Good finish there from Tanner Uphold. He has 6. Red Raiders go back up one at 49-48. 5:06 left here in the fourth. Berger. Little floater down to Sullivan. Back again to Prosser. And now Sullivan again. Jags down a point. Sullivan with Winfrey in his face. Able to free it off to Lippincott again. He's guarded by Hager, top of the key. Lippincott, and they're going to get Hager for another push. Coach K doesn't like it.
Lippincott had the power. Oh, well, there's a problem there as Lippincott tried to just get in the lane there, and he got up against Grooms, and they kind of pushed each other. None of the officials saw it. And that could have been a technical on Grooms.
Prosser sends it in over to Lippincott on the far side on the switch back to Sullivan. Holds high on the right. A little ball fake, lost the dribble, gets help from Berger. Berger great with the ball for Thomas Jefferson. Watched by Uphold. Berger trying to stay with it. Uphold comes over. And Berger trying to regain. Hager comes over, and they'll get a blocking foul here again on the Raiders.
No, that's going to be offensive foul.
I don't think so,
yes.
Steve.
Yep.
Oh, it is? Wow.
Yeah, you got to pay attention there, Brian.
I'm watching. I still thought it was going to go the other way. We'll take it, though.
Yeah, he's getting Lippincott getting a little aggressive there, just pushing around a little too much, and I think the officials had enough.
That was the third on Lippincott. Red Raiders a 1-point lead with the basketball. Hager up top. Hager left of the lane, has a seam, drives, misses, but Wallace able to clean it up on the near block. Bakari Wallace, 6 here in the fourth, 13 for the game. And Uniontown has a 3-point lead over Thomas Jefferson at 51-48. Midway through this fourth quarter. Here's Berger again, working here on Uphold. Berger, a little spin off, takes a long two, but comes up short. Hager, another rebound underneath. They're going to rule that Grooms was out of bounds. I didn't think he was actually out, Steve.
I did not see it. I was looking at my scorebook for a second, but either way, the Mustang or the Red Raiders really had a. Oh, that's got to be an offensive foul. Oh no!
Oh, blocking foul.
Now Wallace was definitely moving, which is the criteria for the defense, the offense to get the foul. But the way Lexi leaned in and kind of just knocked him over, you thought that one maybe should have went the other way. But
it's 4 now on Bakari.
Yeah.
Red Raiders will have to watch that. A 1-and-1 here at the foul line for Joe Lexi. Front end on the way and good. Lexi's first point since the opening quarter when he drained a 3. And Lexi's been bothered with foul issues tonight as well with 4 personals.
With 3:46 left, you can't take Wallace out of the game now.
Now pretty much have to roll the dice in a 2-point game at 51-49. 3:46, as Steve said, to play. Second free throw, good again from Joe Lexi. So Lexi with 5, timeout on the floor. TJ takes it, 51-50. Red Raiders in the lead, 3:46 left here in the fourth. We're back in 60 here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Brian Morozek, Steve Subrick back here at Thomas Jefferson High School. Red Raiders a 51-50 lead over the Jags. We played the 50-50 tonight, and once again, Steve didn't win. I was hoping to...
I'm 0 for 20 years now. Yeah. I haven't won 50-50.
Tony won here last time, so we figured we'd roll the dice a little bit. Didn't work out for us here tonight. Here's Hager, has a seam, drives far wing and in, and draws a foul there on Cam Egerton. This is the point of the game, Steve, where the Red Raiders have to make their free throws. Egerton picking up his third. It should be 2 shots. It will be here for Jeremiah Hager, who did not attempt a free throw as a freshman for Uniontown last year, has not attempted a free throw yet tonight until now, and he misses on his first of 2. These free throw numbers will not be pretty at the end of the night for the Red Raiders.
No. Only made 3, probably missed like 12 or 13 so far.
We'll get the final numbers when we do final stats. Hager makes the second, so he's 1 of 2, has 3 points. Red Raiders lead back up to 2. It'll be a little easier to look at if the Red Raiders can pull out a win here tonight. 3:30 left here in the fourth. Berger brings it across, being watched there by Uphold. Berger stays with it, lost the dribble, gets help off to his left from Noah Prosser. Prosser back to Lippincott. Contact in the lane. No foul called either way. Shot was no good. Jags keep possession. Spotting up for the 3. Sullivan hits it. Another big no call there, Steve, and Sullivan burns the Red Raiders with a 3, and TJ back in the lead at 53-52.
That's got to be a foul one way or the other on Lippincott driving to the basket. It's either going to be a charge or a block.
Now pulled up top, Hager for 3, and the lead back off the mark. Battle for the rebound. They're going to get Bakari for over the back, and he's gone.
Yeah, two big calls go against the Red Raiders there.
So Bakari fouls out with 13 points in this game. Foul out occurring at the 2:48 mark of the fourth. The Red Raiders will bring Evan Townsend into the game. Remember, Townsend, a pretty good spot three-point shooter. Led the Red Raiders a season ago with 18 made threes. And they'll need him here tonight. TJ at the line, and this will be another 1-and-1 for Noah Prosser. It's the 8th team foul against the Red Raiders. Uniontown on the double bonus the other way. Prosser missed the free throw. The ball was tipped out of bounds, went off of Joe Lexi and out. So it will be Uniontown's basketball. 2:46 to play, and the Red Raiders down 1 at 53-52. Here's Notorious Grooms. Over to Evan Townsend. On top to Uphold. Uphold driving in on Lexi. Little scoop shot, wouldn't drop. Townsend trying to tip it out, but right to Lexi, and then Uphold stays with it and able to knock it free. Coming back inside, Grooms got too deep, put it out the bottom of the rim, and now the Jags have numbers coming back. Let's see if they take it. Sullivan plays catch with Lexi, back to Sullivan for 3, and he hits another one. Boy, 2 big threes here in the fourth quarter for Sean Sullivan. Timeout Uniontown. Jags go up forward 56-52. 2:14 left here in the fourth, and we're back at 60 from the C. Arborata Group High School Sports Night.
Holiday shopping has begun, you know. The hustle and bustle of busy streets and parking lots. Wouldn't it be better if there was a bus shuttle service where you wouldn't have to worry about anything other than shopping and making sure you got all of the gifts on your list? Wait, there is. Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation has a free shuttle service from their transfer center every Monday through Friday. That's right, free. Just park your car at the transfer center from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and forget all the fuss and get on the bus. No headaches this holiday season. FACT also has public transportation service to Pittsburgh area malls and shopping plazas. All FACT vehicles are handicapped accessible. For more information on routes and schedules, visit www.factbus.com.
It's a fact. We're Fayette County Public Transit.
Thomas Jefferson leads Uniontown 56-52. 2:14 left in regulation. The Red Raiders without Bakari Wallace the rest of the way. Bakari fouling out at the 2:48 mark of the fourth.
Wow, the foul on Wallace was definitely a foul, but there's been a couple questionable calls the last couple minutes that Lippincott had a charge on Wallace, and then Grooms going to the basket got mauled, no call.
Here's Winfrey left of the lane. A lot of contact there. Nothing called. Ball still loose. And now the Jags have a 3-on-1 coming back. Look out here. Prosser tried to hand off out in front. Nothing called. Ball goes out of bounds and over to Uniontown. And the Red Raiders very fortunate there to not give up anything on that possession. And now Uniontown's going to take another timeout. So take one as well. 1:57 left here in the fourth. 56-52 Jags are back at 60 here on the C. Arborata Group High School Sports Night.
Everyone's crowing about. It's Rooster's Roost next to the Uniontown Shopping Center on Francis Street in the Old Eddie's Tavern location. Craving pizza, wings, fried chicken, hoagies, or your favorite salad or side? It's all at Rooster's Roost. Eat in, take out, or have it delivered. Call 724-320-2244 or order online at roostersroost.com. Use the coupon radio and get $3 off your online order. Gift certificates also available. Stop in Rooster's Roost today.
For attorney Melinda Della Rose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in downtown Uniontown, attorney Della Rose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call attorney Melinda Della Rose, 724-437-3200, 724-437-3200, or online at
56-52 Jags. Red Raiders with the basketball. 1:52 to play. Up top, Hager works off to his left. Now sends it over to Notorious Grooms, who takes a three from the near wing. No good. Lippincott the rebound there for Thomas Jefferson. Red Raiders fighting for the ball. Lippincott turns it over. To right to Townsend, who came inside. They got too deep on the drive. Another miss. Lippincott the rebound, and a foul called here. And they're going to get it called here on Uniontown. Going to go on Grooms. 1:35 to play, 56-52. Lippincott shooting a 1-and-1. That was the 9th team foul against Uniontown.
Seems like every chance the officials get to call a foul on the Red Raiders, they take it, and then when it's anything questionable against TJ, they're letting it go. It just, to me, that's what it seems like the last couple minutes.
Lippincott, another big front end of a 1-and-1 here for the Jags. It's on the way, and he banked it in. Wow. He's now 3 of 5 from the foul line. I think he was calling that one, Steve. Jags fortunate, lead by 5.
Watch him probably swish this one right in there.
The second of 2. Off the mark. Grooms the rebound here for Uniontown. Up the court, far side. Winfrey on the drive. Got fouled there by Sullivan, who didn't like the call. A lot of these players on both teams tonight, Steve, being a little defiant against the officials.
I can't believe that he would question that. I mean, Winfrey going to the hoop, he's leaning in, and he kind of gets in his way.
That's the 4th on Sullivan as well. Winfrey will get 2 here with the Red Raiders down 5. First of 2 free throws, good. I think it was going to rattle out and then rattle back in for Calvin Winfrey. 7 in this game for Winfrey. That was his first free throw attempt. Now Tevian Richardson checks in for Evan Townsend. 90 seconds to play. Winfrey for a second free throw, and this one no good. Battle for the rebound. Hager found it there for Uniontown. Resets over to Grooms. Hands off out in front and turned over. There by Uppo, just lost the handle.
Just dropped it. Just a shame. He was a good pass from Grooms, and just poor kid just dropped the ball.
And again, TJ will shoot 2 the rest of the way. Berger has it right now, brings it across. He's double teamed up top. Sends it off on the far side to Lexi, who gets fouled. Lexi's 2 for 2 from the foul line. Again, he missed the Peters game and the Baldwin game. So check that. That would be the EF game and the Bell Vernon game this past weekend with an illness. One opponent ahead, Steve. Albert Gallatin played those 2 teams this past weekend. First of 2 free throws, good there for Lexi. He's looked pretty good tonight. Drained that opening 3, has fought some foul trouble. And 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Lead at 5 at 58-53 for the Jags. 1:13 to play. Lexi makes the second free throw. So 7 for Lexi. Timeout on the court. 1:13 to play. 59-53 Jags are back in 60 here in the C. Harper Group High School Sports Night.
Does your car sound like it's saying, "Trade me in, trade me in," every time you start it up? Well, go to Ford of Uniontown and trade it in. That's right, your Uniontown Ford dealer is ready to assist you with a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV purchase. Ford of Uniontown has all the deals, all the inventory, and they are ready to deal. It has never been a better time to buy a Ford. Service is their top priority. No matter where you purchase your Ford car or truck, Ford of Uniontown will be happy to service it for you. They offer Ford-trained technicians, Ford-certified parts and service, 1-year, 12,000-mile parts warranties, and new state-of-the-art service equipment. Call or stop in today to see the hometown service of Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 West across from Applebee's. So listen to your car the next time you hear it say, "Trade me in, trade me in." Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 at the top of the hill.
59-53, Thomas Jefferson leading Uniontown. Red Raiders going to need a little rally back here, Steve, in the final 73 seconds, down 6, but they do have the basketball.
They got to get a bucket and then get a steal, but they got to score first.
Uphold into Grooms on the near wing to Hager. Spots up for the quick 3, a little bit too strong. Rebound tipped around underneath, goes out of bounds. And actually on the save, it was thrown back from Prosser to Richardson, who got fouled going back up.
And Richardson double clutched. He just goes straight up with that ball. He felt some pressure from behind. He would have had a bucket, maybe get the foul, but either way, he's going to get to go to the line.
That's the fourth on Lippincott. Richardson has not attempted a free throw yet tonight, which is 0 of 1 last year at the foul line, and misses here on the first of 2. Score remains 59-53. Thomas Jefferson over Uniontown. Second of 2 free throws. Good that time from Tavian Richardson. Has 3 points. And Red Raiders not getting back defensively, and burning him is Joe Lexi. What happened there, Steve?
They didn't get back defensively.
61-54, quick 3, far side, no good there from Notorious Grooms. Battle for the rebound, foul called going here on the Red Raiders. That'll send Lippincott to the line to shoot 2. Both teams in the double bonus the rest of the way. 44.7 left. Jags 61, Red Raiders 54.
Everybody got caught chasing the ball, trying to get a trap, and whether it was Uphold or Hager, one of those two was probably supposed to get back, and both of them back in the front court trying to get a steal, and
Lippincott can pretty much seal the game away here. First of 2 free throws, no good. Gives the Red Raiders a pulse. Uniontown 2 timeouts remaining. Thomas Jefferson has 1 remaining. TJ with everyone back. Lippincott second free throw, no good again. Lippincott's missed his last 3 foul shots. Grooms plays catch with Richardson. Notorious gets it back. Notorious right of the lane. Lost the dribble. Back to Tavian Richardson. Richardson almost turned it over. Fortunate again to get it back. Needs help. Gets it there from Uphold. Down to 30 seconds left. Red Raiders down 7. Hager on the far side takes it inside. A body bump from Lippincott wasn't called, but the shot is good from Hager and a quick timeout. Hager with 5. 22.7 left. 61-56. It'll be a 30-second timeout. So we're back in 30 here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? M&R Transit is now hiring van drivers. Van drivers must be 26 years of age, have a valid driver license, and a clean driving record. Van drivers must be able to obtain all clearances. For more information, call 724-439-3164. That's 724-439-3164, or apply in person at M&R Transit, 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue. M&R Transit wishes the Laurel Highlands Mustangs good luck.
61-56. Thomas Jefferson in the lead over Uniontown. With the Jags basketball after the Jeremiah Hager make.
Got to get a steal, or if you don't get the steal, obviously got a foul right away.
Prosser to send it in. Goes into Berger. He's not the guy you want to foul. And Berger just going to dance all around over on the near side of Sean Sullivan, and Sullivan gets fouled with 15.1 left. Sullivan is yet to attempt a free throw in this game. He scored 6 here in the fourth quarter, 8 for the game. 15.1 left, 2-possession game. Again, TJ, everyone back. Sullivan getting 2 here. First of 2 up on the way and good for Sean Sullivan. Lead back up to 6, still a 2-possession game. Now Sullivan is second of 2, good again. Big free throw makes there for Sean Sullivan, 3-possession game. Grooms try to get it over to Hager. Ball was tipped, controlled there by Richardson. Out to Winfrey, high arcing 3 as an air ball goes right to Evan Berger, and that'll do it. 3 seconds left. Jags dribble it out here on the near side, and Thomas Jefferson gets their first win of the season. Hard-fought game on both sides. But the Jags win it 63-56. Stay tuned for our post-game show brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Comes your way next year on WMBS, the Trib Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and Save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Somerset Trust Company is proud to call Fayette County home. With branches in Markleysburg, Connellsville, Hopwood, Uniontown, and Perryopolis, Somerset Trust Company is truly Fayette County's community bank. Convenient services available at all branches include checking and savings accounts, personal and business loans, mortgages and home equity loans, trust and investment management, and more. Call us at 724-626-1725. Visit us at somersettrust.com and like us on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. Somerset Trust Company. Community banking worth talking about.
Mama Ruka's Pizza Shop, located at 64 Barton Mill Road in Uniontown, is your prime place to enjoy local high school sports. Mama Ruka's is family-owned and operated, where pride of ownership certainly shows. The Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, subs, and wings. Mama Ruka's is open Monday through Saturday, 4 to 10 for indoor-outdoor dining and takeout. Call 724-438-9066 or visit mamarukapizza.com for their menu.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Simply Sweet has been your one-stop party planner, specializing in balloon decor, event planning, and rentals. And now, the sweetest little boutique. Simply Sweet Boutique, located at 21 North Beeson Avenue, is filled with party decor, gifts, paper goods, and holiday gifts for your friends. Plus, stocking stuffers that will put a smile on anyone's face. Surprise someone anytime with one balloon or a bunch from their balloon bar. Simply call 724-317-7929 for Simply Sweet Boutique.
Chris Parker Jr., is your 20th anniversary celebration continuing?
It's the final month of our 20th anniversary as your Hyundai dealer. And over 60 years in the car business, we want everyone to know that new inventory is scheduled to arrive daily. And all new 2022 Hyundais, excluding Palisades, have available 0% financing for 48 months. If Santa's sleigh breaks down, the roomy all-wheel drive Palisade is perfect to carry gifts. And Hyundai's all-wheel drive Kona, Tucson, and Santa Fe SUVs will get you through snowy winter weather.
Plus, every new Hyundai comes with Hyundai Assurance, America's best warranty with 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain protection and 3-year free maintenance.
In the used car market, check out our certified pre-owned Hyundais with the balance of the 100,000-mile powertrain warranty included. Not in the market to buy a car? Autoland is interested in purchasing your vehicle.
Visit their website, AutolandHyundai.com, or stop into Autoland Hyundai, East Fayette Street, Uniontown.
You always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Brian Morozek, Steve Supert back here at Thomas Jefferson High School, 63-56 your final score. Thomas Jefferson defeats Uniontown here on our postgame show, brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Steve, is your final stats. They're brought to you by Peachin's Pharmacy, located inside the downtown Connellsville Peachin Market.
Okay, for the Red Raiders, Perkins finishes with 4, Hager with 5, Winfrey with 7, Wallace with 15, Grooms with 14, Richardson 2, McLee 3, Uphold 6, and Townsend with 3. They had 11 in the first, 14 in the second, 18 in the third, 13 in the fourth, 56 for the ball game. For the Jaguars, Berger finishes with 22 points.
6 of 18.
Lesky had 9 points. Putagano had 3. Sullivan with 10. Lippincott with 11. Prosser with 6 and Egerton with 2. They had 17 in the first, 17 in the second, 12 in the third, 17 in the fourth for a 63-56 victory.
And Steve, Uniontown was 6 of 18 at the free throw line in this game.
Yeah, that's actually better than I thought they were. It didn't seem like they made very many, did it? But that's still not very good. And they lose by 7 points. you certainly could look at that. But you also got to look at some of those foul calls were kind of borderline, suspect, if you will. I mean, at the end. And Red Raiders, every time they made a comeback to get back or even get the lead, the Jaguars had an answer, and it was a pretty good basketball game. The Jaguars were there. Like I said, they kept fighting back after the Red Raiders with scratch and claw. But Coach K's got to feel pretty good. He's got some freshmen that can play, and just a couple little mishaps here and there, a couple of balls that dropped out of some guys' hands, a couple of missed layups, a couple of odd foul calls, and it could change the whole complexity of the game.
TJ, by the way, they were 12 of 22 at the free throw line, so a bit better than Uniontown.
Yeah, but that's still not great, right?
No, but early season, I guess you're going to have that on both sides.
Yeah.
So your final score, 63-56. You folks on Facebook Live, join us again tomorrow night for Uniontown and Albert Gal. Turn back with one final word on the radio side right after this. Again, your final score, TJ 63, Uniontown 56. All right, we're done.